Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. We're back from summer break. So good to be back. Want to remind you all over social media, Facebook, X, IG, and of course our official YouTube channel, The Stephen Knight Show. Please comment, subscribe. We definitely appreciate you. Make sure that you are registered to vote. You know that we are months away from a very serious and impactful election season. So make sure that you're registered because they're finding ways to disenfranchise people who are trying to vote. So make sure that you are registered, taking people off the list and everything. Anyway, we have everybody here. Brittany had a little technical difficulties, but we'll start off. How was your break? Summer, you do anything? I'll start with you, Lania.
Can't hear me?
Yeah, you now.
I survived.
You survived.
I survived. That's all I got.
That's all you got. Okay.
That's all I got.
What about you, Chike? You do anything?
It's been a whirlwind of lifing.
Yeah, I agree.
I stress whirlwind.
I did go to Vegas this summer. When I tell you, if I never go back, I'll be fine. First, it was hot.
Yes.
115 degrees, hot.
That's a different kind of heat.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, that was the main thing. I mean, just normal stuff, nothing crazy. I had the pleasure of being on Conversations with Chike Evans last Friday.
Thank you kindly.
That was a lot of fun. So check that out. Where can they check it out, Chike? The interview.
You can go to my official YouTube page, Conversations with Chike Evans, or you can go to my Instagram page. The full interview is on both.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. All right, well, our question of the day is, do you delete pictures once the relationship or friendship is over? Chike.
It depends. Depends on how it was over. If it was over and there was negativity attached to it, I got to get rid of all that. As my friend Lania loves to delete all that shit.
That sounds like it. What about you, Lania? Right.
I mean, for me, like I'll say this for me. I have folders of pictures on my computers, right? I have those. I haven't gotten rid of those. But if there's a tie on social media, especially, and Chike knows this, when people decide they don't want to talk to you no more, why are you still following me? Even
right.
Me no more. And I'm not even on Facebook like that, so I don't even count that. But like Instagram, yeah, I mean, I'm going through Instagram right now, deleting stuff so I can, start fresh.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh my god, I don't know that people. Delete all of this. Or it's gonna take me a while because they only let you get so many at a time. But yeah, delete it.
You delete it, yeah. I don't really delete it. Yeah, I don't delete it. I mean, I guess it depends, but most times I don't delete it. But also don't post a lot either, like when it comes to that kind of stuff. Now, friends, I don't delete those pictures at all. But tweet us at home. Let us know. Do you delete pictures once the relationship or friendship is over? Stephen Knight Show, SHO. All right, we know tomorrow is the first presidential debate, and it could be the one and only. But as we know, former President Donald Trump was supposed to face off against President Biden in their second and possibly final debate before the election, and then came an unexpected twist in July. Mr. Biden announced on July 21st that he was suspending his campaign as he faced growing skepticism within his own party about his ability to handle the job for another term after his rambling debate performance against Donald Trump in June. Now, the debate hosted by ABC News in Philadelphia's National Constitution Center is now a showdown between Vice President Kamala Harris and Trump, who have both agreed to move forward after weeks of back and forth about event specifics. Now, it's going to be tomorrow at 9 p.m. on ABC, with September 10th. And World News Tonight's David Muir and ABC News Live prime anchor Lindsay Davis will moderate the debate. Again, I told you, taking place in Philadelphia, which is, a swing state, and is at the time Trump and Harris are tied, and they have 19 electoral votes there. And they have agreed to some rules. The mic will be cut in between the debate, and that they're not allowed to talk over each other. Now, Harris campaign, they wanted the mics on so people could see who Donald Trump really is. He'll talk over you, you know. And his campaign wanted it cut off. I guess they're trying to protect him from himself, but they agreed to the mics off. So, Chica, may I ask you, what are you expecting from the debate tomorrow?
Total annihilation. No, I just think that let's keep it all the way a beam. We know who the smarter candidate is, right? The one that really went to a university. The other one just punk faked it.
Right.
I think that he's going to be him, and she's going to exhibit her excellence. And I also think that people are going to see the contrast in a very big way with them side by side actually speaking.
Mm-hmm.
I really wish that the mics were kept on because I wanted him to go full throttle Trump. But, it's going to be what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and she's been in Pennsylvania preparing. I started last week, and especially this weekend. There's video of her walking with her husband, and they asked her was she ready, and she said she was ready this past Saturday. Trump said he doesn't need a debate. Doesn't need to prepare because he's been preparing all his life. And but they said he hasn't been having policy meetings with people on his team. This will be their first time meeting in person. They've never met in person because, as you know, he did skip the inauguration when Biden and Harris won in 2020, and he didn't get to meet them. Brittany, what are you expecting from the debate?
I think it's going to be interesting to watch. I think that Kamala is going to talk circles around him as far as like points and facts and things like that. And I think Trump is going to talk in circles, like, and just out talk himself. I think it's just going to be interesting. And then coming from a Black woman, I'm very interested to see how she's going to address points without it appearing as the angry Black woman or aggressive. I'm so interested just to watch how she takes her demeanor and her intelligence and basically, beats him with facts, but also watches like the stigma that tends to come with an alpha female like that. So I think it's gonna be a great thing to watch.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Stephen. Can I add something to that what Brittany said? Because I do think that she needs to show some aggressiveness because she is a female and she has to show the nation that she's capable to lead. And, there are some people out here that are really in the bag about her being female still after all this time. So she's going to have to show some aggression, show them fangs a little bit.
Yeah, I think what I've heard is that she's gonna try to get under his skin, but stay up here because
Yeah, I think it has to be done with like some level of like without the angry stigma. It has to be you have to be aggressive but factual. Like you cannot have the emotion side of it. That's what I'm saying. Like her aggression, it's okay to be assertive, but without the tone to it and all of that. So
yeah. And Linnea, I saw that the person who prepared Hillary Clinton for their debate in 2016 is the same one that's working with Kamala Harris. He does a good Trump impersonation and even dress like him to kind of bait her and see how she'll handle or prepare for those attacks because they're going to come. But they also said that she's going to be judged a lot differently for him because they're expecting him to go out there, say whatever. But really good people looking at her to see how will she defend, how will she show up. What are you expecting?
I am expecting a shit show. Whether you take that as good or bad, I am interested in seeing how David Muir and how Lindsay Davis handle this because now you have two black women, the one that you're running against and one who's also one of the moderators for this. So I'm interested to see the dynamic when Lindsay is presenting whatever her questions are, or when she may have to reel him back in. I'm interested to see that dynamic when she has to do it. I'm not so much concerned about when David Muir has to do it, but he just had a whole hissy fit. The orange person just had a whole hissy fit about how nasty ABC was, and I like he just went on a whole spiel with Sean Heffernan, whatever
Hannity.
that name is.
Hannity.
You know what I mean.
Right.
I call him something else, but the Lord stopped me. He just went on a whole hissy fit, about ABC. So the fact that he considers ABC um, a liberal entity, is an interesting dynamic for this particular debate. So I'm looking forward. I just and I heard about the mock debates with the gentleman and how they were doing those, and I heard that they were very, very interesting. And like that particular person went full throttle as the orange person in those mock debates with her.
Yeah.
So that gives her, an idea of, because it's different when you see it.
Right.
You're in it, that's a whole nother thing. So I'm very interested and looking forward to it. And I just, I just want her to be meticulous and calculated and stealthy when she does this, while also making sure people hear her in what she's saying, and disregarding this person who is nowhere near qualified.
No. It's interesting. We talk about qualifications. I saw I watch MSNBC sometimes, and I saw Ari, I can't think of his last name, but he did
Melba.
he did a comparison on Friday of the experience. Everyone says she's not qualified. She doesn't have the experience. And they did, leading up into running for president, the level of experience. Obama had 11 years in executive leadership. Bush had like 8. I took a screenshot of it because I was like, what? Because I didn't even know all the. Okay, so um, Kennedy had 13 years. Reagan had 8 years. Obama had 11 years. Trump had 0, but of course he ran on that because he's going to drain the swamp. Kamala Harris has 21 years of experience, and that's the executive government experience, but total government experience 34 years. So when they say she's one of the most qualified to run, she is.
That's not beginning to end though, because she started, like we're talking about. We're talking about somebody who went to law school.
Yeah.
She's an attorney. That's how she started. Like that's how all this started.
Yeah.
Up until this point.
And these are elected positions that she's been in.
And let's keep in mind, it's 34 years of ascension, not just in one position. It's ascension.
Yeah. Well, we know last week, Liz Cheney and her father, former vice president, Dick Cheney, they endorsed her, which Liz Cheney says she's never voted for a Democrat in her life. And then there's a historian, Alan Lichtman. He has predicted the results of the election, I think I forgot how long it's been. I think 40 years. For the last 40 years, he's always gotten them right. And he says that Kamala's going to win. And he was going based on numbers about the electoral count. Harris, she raised over her and the Walls campaign raised over $300 million alone in the month of August. Trump raised a little over $100 million. And then national security leaders have endorsed Harris, and they've called Trump a danger to our national security and democracy. And then I don't know if you all saw that DNC, but I watched both the DNC and the RNC, and they said night and day. Oprah announced that she's doing a special for the Harris Walls campaign, I think on September 19th. It's going to be like a virtual. So there's a lot of enthusiasm. I was just watching CNN before, while I was getting ready, and there's this one town in Pennsylvania they usually go with the winner, like they determine the winner in that area. And it was interesting. They were asking people, who are you voting for now? Most of them said Harris, Walls. They said, who'd you vote for last time? Biden. Who'd you vote for in 2016? Trump. So they've gone with, and so the people they went with have won. So it's interesting to see what happens, but it's still neck and neck. So neck and neck. Any last thoughts about this elections campaign you think of?
I think they should get rid of the electoral college.
The who? Oh, yes.
Electoral college. I think they should get rid of that. If you look at the history of it, it ain't good.
Mm-mm.
The history of it ain't good. It wasn't meant for what people think it's supposed to do. It ties back into slavery, them not wanting Black people to, to have a voice to vote. So, I don't, yeah, maybe that would be something. I don't
And it
know.
doesn't speak for the people. It doesn't speak for the people. Hillary Clinton won the election by 3 million votes.
Yeah.
Anyone else anything to add? All right. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more hot topics right back after this.